Hi, Vera Mace here from the Learning Commons. This workshop is for Math 1033 students on solving linear equations. We don't have anyone here, so I'm going to go ahead and do a sample problem. So it'll be out there, and if you're at home, please let me know if you have any questions. So what I want to do is one that has fractions, because that's usually the one that people don't like the most. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is the problem I chose for today. It's not too hard, but it has several fractions on it. When we're dealing with fractions, one of the first things we're going to have to do, because we're adding or subtracting, is look at the numbers on bottom. And we need a common denominator that's going to work for all of those numbers. So in this case, I chose fairly small numbers, so you can see it as an example. So it looks like 6 is the common denominator that we want to use for this problem. So what I'm going to do is rewrite it, multiplying both sides by the same thing. So we're going to multiply every piece by 6. All right, and then we're going to look to see, is there anything that cancels from top to bottom? So in the first fraction, you can see that 2 will cancel and leave behind a 3. On the second one, 3 goes into 6 2 times. And on the last one, 6 cancels into itself and just leaves a 1 that we need to multiply by. So now I'm going to go ahead and distribute the number that we had after we reduced our fractions. So I'm going to take the 3 and I'm going to distribute it across the group. So I have 3x plus 3 minus 2 times 1 equals 3x minus 2. Now, it's usually a good idea to go ahead and combine like terms. So let's do that on the left-hand side. And normally, we go ahead and we try to get our variables on the left and our numbers on the right. So I'm going to go ahead and work towards that. So I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. That leaves me with a 3x on the left, 3x minus 3 on the right. I'm going to go ahead and subtract 3x from both sides. Move this up. On the left-hand side, I get 0. On the right-hand side, I get negative 3. So we ask ourselves, is 0 equal to negative 3? No. So this one has no solutions. So in this course, you're going to have 3 different types. So let's talk about that real quick before we wrap up. The first type is one where when you do your work, you get an answer. And it looks nice and pretty. You get something like x equals 2, x equals 3. So that means you have one answer for this linear equation. Or you could do like we just did, and when we got something that makes no sense, such as 3 equals 2 or 0 equals negative 3, that means there's no solution for this particular equation. The last one that you'll talk about in this class is when you get something that's always true, such as 3 equals 3 or 5 equals 5. That means that your solution includes all the real numbers. So watch each one. It doesn't mean you necessarily made a mistake. It means that there may be no solution or there may be an infinite amount of solutions. So this is just a sample of the type of problems that you can get help with if you came into the Learning Commons. We'd love to help you with your problems and your homework. So feel free to come help us. I've posted the hours here, and I've also posted a little bit of information on how to log in to talk with one of our virtual tutors through Smart Thinking. So come in and see us, and we'll be back again in 2 weeks. Thanks.